Let's celebrate what made 2023 memorable with a Samsung Odyssey OLED G8 survival guide. Are you still worried of the sleep-wake issue? Or how to update the firmware? Which cables am I using to get the ultimate experience? Or let's say you want to throw out the current stand out the window and get something nicer, even with RGBs. And let's not forget the sound, as the speakers on this monitor are not adequate. So improve your sound, all while being a perfect match for that core-sync lighting and your overall ambience. Hi friends, and welcome to Victor's Reality. This technically could be called a survival guide, as I'm going to show you my experience of how I have it set up, the wake sleep issue, and if I suffer from it, and a whole bunch of accessories. So getting right into it, I currently have connected two monitors, the LG 32GQ950, which is on the left side out of view, set at 144Hz, and of course what you're seeing here, the Samsung Odyssey OLED G8, set at 175Hz. Both are in SDR mode. Please be aware, whatever I show here is due to my settings, my hardware setup. Yours may be completely different and may see other issues. I can only show you what I have. But the good thing to note is that if you update this monitor, though you will lose the SDR Peak Brightness that I'm going to show you in a little bit, it does fix everything through DisplayPort and HDMI connections. If you update it, you should have zero issues, no wake, sleep, or black screen issues. And that's according to many people that have commented here on the channel and a lot of information that's found on Reddit. But by getting those fixes, we do lose that SDR peak brightness on high. As I've told you before a bunch of times in my other OLED G9 videos, and is confirmed at artings.com. So we gotta give and take. But I know that black screen issue could be a hassle, very annoying. So overall, I think it's better to update while you're waiting for a new V2 option. I know I am. But anyway, so here I want to show you I have two monitors hooked up and I'm about to shut it off. This screen right here, as it's super long, you do have to wait for it to count down to 0 for it to be in standby mode. I never shut off my monitor. I always leave it on standby mode. That's why when I turn on the PC and it gets out of standby hibernation, it turns on automatically. Or if I connect an Xbox, it'll switch automatically. Yes, you do use a little bit more wattage power. Turn it off or keep it on standby. But for today's video, everything will be on standby. Now I adjusted the camera to capture two monitors, but I still only have the OLED G8 connected. So I just turned it on. I want you to see what happens. That little countdown shouldn't be there. Then it is detecting. So I guess that's part of the problem that a lot of people have. But thankfully, it skips it in about a second or two and jumps right into the menu. You can see it's super bright. That SDR peak brightness option is on high. And this was the test with one monitor. You can see my LG on the left and OLED G8 on the right. Both are connected. And here I'm shutting it off. They both don't have a signal. And the LG turns off a whopping 40 plus seconds faster. So if that's something that annoys you, the LG wins. So either you shut it off with your controller, or you just wait for the countdown to end and it'll go in standby mode. I don't know about you guys, but 30 seconds should have been sufficient, not one whole minute. Now both are turned off. I turned on the computer when the timer started, so we can count to see how long they take, or if one takes longer than the other. You can see the OLED G8 just detected the signal. And there you have it, 20 seconds from cold to start, both on standby, and it looks like the OLED G8 won by a tad second. Again, this is on vanilla firmware on both monitors, and this is what I usually do all the time. Web browsing on the left, while gaming on the right. I do have the OLED G8 set up as my main, so when you set it up under display settings, the LG on the left and the OLED G8 on the right in a 2-1 configuration, at least for me, when I start up my games, they automatically open on the OLED G8. Here with the Odyssey OLED G8, firmware 1430, and that's the only way to get the SDR peak brightness option. But if you don't need that, I would recommend you to update to the latest 1603.1, and it does it automatically. Just go into your update settings and update it now, and that will fix all the sleep-wake issues, and especially the black screens, through DisplayPort and HDMI, and that's confirmed by many people, friends. But again, you do lose this SDR option. Moving on over to the cables. I have here a Ugreen 8K micro HDMI to HDMI cable. Now I use this cable specifically for the Xbox or PlayStation 5. But for the PC, I am running a Cable Matters 8K 60Hz mini DisplayPort to DisplayPort 1.4 cable. All the links of all these accessories will be in the description below, so you can check them out for yourself. Now with the AVLT RGB button gaming single 43-inch monitor ARM, man, that's a mouthful. This is what I'm specifically using for the Odyssey OLED G8, as I wanted a longer arm to be able to move it from the corner of my desk to the left side with another monitor, as you've just seen. But this monitor arm was easy to set up, took me about 15 minutes. Don't forget with the OLED G8, you do have to use that mount adapter that comes with the monitor. And this is the base plate of the arm, and just hooking it on and connecting a single screw, that's about it. Super sturdy, this thing ain't going nowhere. And it looks pretty cool with the RGBs. I mean, eventually I'm going to move my desk around so I'll be able to walk around my desk. And I wanted to see all that RGB going around. Now to me, the OLED G8 has one of the best backing RGB ambient settings for a monitor. And I don't know, this RGB ARM kinda looks Mass Effect-ish. I don't know, that's the vibe I was getting. And with a touch of a button, you can change the colors or keep it on rainbow like the Katana V2 lighting. But I think this is a perfect companion for any monitor. I actually got this for the OLED G9, but since the OLED G9 is super long, this does look very small, so I would say this is perfect for the OLED G8 or Neo G8. Any 32-inch monitor, this is perfect. Now we have the Sound Blaster Katana V2 soundbar with 252 watts of peak performance, Dolby Audio, HDMI ARC support, USB audio, Bluetooth 5.0, 5.1 virtual surround, and 16.8 million RGB colors, among Sound Blaster specific options like the Super X-Fi and the acoustic engine. This really does elevate your gaming, from Xbox to PlayStation to your PC. Nowadays, speakers on monitors are just not loud enough, and you want that awesome sound to accompany these awesome visuals. Now I'm sure there's a lot of other options, but I just loved the RGB that goes perfect with the monitor and the monitor arm, and my Govee desk lights. I do have a lot of Govee RGBs all around too. It just gives the room a nice look. This soundbar just complements everything. I have no complaints on the sound. The controller is awesome, and the subwoofer here can get really loud. The Samsung Odyssey OLED G8 34-inch V1 panel, to me, is the best monitor on the market today for 2023. And the prices are unbelievable. You can get this for under $899. But remember, V2 is coming. Those will be more expensive, but I'm sure will offer even better features than this OLED G8 can provide. Friends, I hope you found this video helpful. I hope I was able to showcase this monitor in all its glory, from some of the issues to these cool accessories. If you ever have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. I will get to it as fast as possible. And if I don't, I'm sure a variety of friends who own this monitor will help you out. Hit that like button so more people can see it to help them make that awesome buying decision. Consider subscribing if you want more information on QD-OLED monitors from V1 to V2. The future is here. The future is now. Thanks for watching, friends. Stay safe out there. I'll see you guys next time.